All right, so what is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Days here, back with yet another Updog podcast. New episodes every Thursday and such. So guys, it's been a long week. It's been a really...
Yes, it has. Literally, such
Oh,
a long
man,
week.
last Thursday feels like a year ago or something. I don't know.
Yeah, for real,
Been a
it actually
fucking
does.
minute.
Yeah,
Literally,
it's been at least a minute.
it's been a minute since we've been here.
Yeah, that's true. It's been a minute since I'm at a completely different home. I don't know about you guys.
We'll get into this.
We're gonna get into this, but let's take a step back. So let's acknowledge the fact that yes, okay, it has been at least a year since we last posted a podcast every Thursday. However, we're coming back.
Yes,
Bright
season
and
2,
shiny
baby.
and new. This is season 2. We had 2 episodes, fairly short, fairly
Really
uneventful.
short episodes.
Before, and now we're back for season 2, which is gonna be a lot better. We're just gonna let's call this season 1 part 2. Yeah, I think that's
Yes,
good.
that works.
We're gonna
I'm
try
down.
season 1 remastered. We're gonna try that. Anyways, okay, we're gonna take a few steps back because we're kind of restarting this a little bit. So we're gonna take a few
Yeah.
steps back. We're gonna introduce ourselves. First off, I'd like to say this is not everybody that we usually have on the podcast. I would have liked to have started the first one back off with everybody, but there are a large assortment of people. What kind of large assortment of cast members of this podcast? People that you will meet, and I feel it's better to introduce slowly instead of just trying to throw all these names at you at once, especially without being able to hear a voice to the name in your hand. So we're just gonna start out with these three people. So I am, of course, the host. My name is Sandro, aka known on the internet as Days, formerly known as Sore Days. We're gonna talk about that later as well. My name is Sandro. Like I said, I am 18 years old. I live in Minnesota. In the United States of America. It's pretty epic here. We do a lot of stuff here. I'm a gamer. I'm just one of those gamer guys, one of those gamer YouTubers that you see sometimes in your YouTube recommended. Except I don't upload YouTube videos anymore. I just kind of stream. So that's who I am. Just to set it up a little bit. I'm just a boy. I don't know a whole lot. But I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm living with my girlfriend right now, alone in our apartment. So that's for about 3 months now. So it's been pretty fun. I just branched out on my own. So that's where my opinions are coming from. Just an 18-year-old that just went off on his own. And now we're gonna keep going. That's me. I'm the host. Hello, hi. Like I said, name is Days. We're gonna move on. This is my boy. I'm joined here today with Wackerson
Yo,
Jackie. His name is Wacky.
Yes, that's me. All right, yo, it's good. It's your boy Wacky, aka Jack. Y'all know me. Basically, I grew up most of my life in northern Utah. If you don't know, Utah is one of the 50 states here in the United States. It's right next to Colorado,
Utah.
right below Idaho, right above Arizona, and right to the right of Nevada.
Just
pretty
right there.
not well
right
known
there.
at all. We're famous for the Olympics and fry sauce. Most people don't know what that is, but that's basically it. And I honestly got into gaming pretty early age. I was probably 7, but I really got focused into Call of Duty back in 2013, and then probably 2015, 2014, I started making YouTube videos, making videos for just cut commentaries. Basically, just have a topic every day, kind of throw it all together in 2 hours, and boom, everyone liked it. And I stopped doing it to pursue my passion of streaming, which I've been doing 5 to 6 times a week since March of 2018.
So we're in different boats here. We're in complete opposite boats. That's around when I quit streaming.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, and I've been doing that for a while. It's really fun. I also do a lot of other things, but I think we'll get into that later. But yeah, here's so on.
Yeah, we're gonna pass the mic over as you would say. Just to start out, we're just gonna go one at a time, except for me, of course, because I'm the host. What can I say? Okay, so anyways, here we got my boy Brendog, aka So On. Take it away, So On.
Hi, I'm Brendan. I'm 16. I live in Las Vegas, and I just had brain surgery.
Let's go.
All right, and we're gonna talk more about that later. That's not a joke, guys. That's our clickbait that we got in the title right there. So, anyways,
True.
We're gonna move on past introductions. Now you've kind of gotten a little bit of a hold on who we are as people. To summarize it, If you didn't take that in, we are all gamers. So we are gamers.
Correct.
We are going to be mostly talking about gaming.
Correct.
As well as a little bit of jokes, just one or two jokes here and there. We're known for our jokes sometimes.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what we're doing. If you're not into that, that's cool. You might even find some interest in this. So like maybe give us a shot or something. But anyways, we got a few bullet points here I'd like to start off doing. I'm not the best at this whole host thing, but I'm gonna try and guide the conversation the best I can. So let's start off by talking about where we've been the past year as individual people. I know that there's a lot larger of a cast, and we'll kind of talk about where they've been as they come back. But we're gonna start off here with my boy Soan to switch it up. Soan, where you been? We're up to the brain surgery part. Where you been? What have you been up to? We're gonna talk about the brain surgery right after we talk about where we've been. So yeah, take it away, my boy.
I've been doing the same exact thing I've been doing for a while. You guys are the ones that dipped. I stayed here and I've been holding the fort down.
Hey,
he's been holding it down. All right, so he's been at his house. He's homeschooled, to give some context, because he's not giving it right now. So he's at his home. Very respectable way to do it. I did that for about 3 months. I failed at it. It's quite tough to do, I'd have to say. So Soan is at home gaming quite constantly, or at least on his computer quite constantly. Meanwhile, my boy Jackie over here. Jackie, what have you been up to?
Dude, there's been a lot, honestly. My life has, I mean, we're all different, but like my life literally has been crazy over the past couple months. Like, back end of June, I just started doing cardio every day and kind of eating right, basically. And I've lost almost over 30 pounds so far in the past couple months.
Nice. And do you go to the gym, or do you just do it
crazy.
at your house, or
No,
what's
honestly,
your routine?
literally, I listened to my man, Big Man Nuda. All he did
Absolutely.
was basically eat chicken and do cardio.
For those who don't know,
every day.
Nuda is another YouTuber. I used to live with him, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
So we are going to head back to what you were saying. Continue, Aki. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. No, you're good. No, it was this, for some reason I was just sitting down streaming one day and I was like, man, I just like don't feel good. Like every day it was
Absolutely.
shit. And so I literally decided at that moment, I'm like, I'm changing my life. So I literally, next day, I bought like 4 packages of chicken and I just started doing cardio. I started doing like 14-minute miles, and now I can do like a 7.5 mile run,
Nice.
or 7.5
Nice.
minute mile run. Almost with ease, I would say. I mean, I would probably have to try a little hard, but so that's pretty cool. I mean, I've been on Twitter. If you don't know, Wacky, WACKE on Twitter. I've been on Twitter, just kind of doing social media stuff. Also Instagram, which we'll be getting into that later. That's like one of our little topics and stuff. And then also just been streaming every day, 5-6 times a week. Just gaming hard, Call of Duty still. Modern Warfare dropping like, I don't know, soon. Pretty sick.
How has gaming, like how has the whole scene of gaming, YouTube and Twitch came along in your niche, just Call of Duty area? You know, what you've been streaming. How has that been coming along the past year? Do you think it's gotten more popular in the time since I've stopped, or like less popular?
Call of Duty itself?
Yeah,
honestly,
just like Call of Duty streams and content in general.
Honestly, I would say it would probably has dropped a little bit. And maybe it's been the same. I know Call of Duty years ago was very booming, like probably 2016, 2017. I mean, it was booming a lot better than what it was now.
Yeah, absolutely. Black Ops 3
there was
is
a lot
big
more
one.
people. Yeah, there's like a lot more people that were into it. And I know now it's I mean, it's booming. Like there's streamers that stream it. I mean, I don't see a lot of people that like daily stream it, other than like, small people, probably get like 30, 40, maybe like 100 viewers on stream probably. But I think with this new Call of Duty coming out, this new Call of Duty coming out, I think it's gonna definitely change who will be, daily streaming it, or who will actually put time into the game. Because it's Modern Warfare, got to bring it back, all that. I think it's gonna be a lot better for the community. And we'll just kind of wait to see what happens, I guess. So I'm pretty hyped for it. So
nice, yeah, I'm pretty excited as well. I was really surprised with how many. I've noticed, at least just with Modern Warfare, there was a lot more viewers just watching,
Yeah.
specifically like MZ and who else?
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, these are
Remedy
Call of
and
Duty, specifically
yeah.
sniper
Right.
content creators that switched more onto Twitch in the past
Right.
year. People that were kind of smaller last year, but I saw a few of them with well over 100, 200, 300 viewers pulling it pretty constantly while just streaming Call of Duty. So that
Right.
was really crazy and
insane.
interesting to see, because they were not doing very well when I left the scene.
Yeah,
Um,
seriously.
It's been really interesting to see how the community as a whole has gotten kind of smaller in the past year, but
Yeah.
the people that do thrive in it have gotten really big in like that in
Right.
this little niche, which is kind of where I'm trying to go, just because like
Yeah,
there
same
is
here.
a lot of
That's
growth
the goal.
to be had in like even in this little niche specifically, and then you kind of branch
True.
out after that. But yeah, I've noticed a lot more people joining bigger organizations and being respected more as content creators as a whole, rather than just this niche sniping community, kind of category of Call of Duty creators. So yeah, that's very interesting to hear about how
Right.
it's been going down the past year. But yeah, Wacky, is that all you've been? That's you've been up to? You've been killing it. Still working at the
Yeah.
bank? You
Yep.
working a solid
yeah.
bank job?
I work on the I work on like the back end of things. So like basically, I actually got a different position. I want to say almost in a year ago, I got a new position. Basically, I work on the back end of things. So, it's basically considered like help desk. Basically, like you call in if your computer is like running slow, or like you need a software installed, or you like something like that.
Mhm.
Anything that has, I mean, we basically our name has help in it. We basically help with anything. We don't know everything, but we kind of know where to direct you in case you don't know.
So this is for people that are trying to understand how to download and use like your bank software specifically. Or is it just like generally?
It's more like our software we use. So we have software we use for like banking transactions.
Mhm.
I can't really say the names of them,
No,
but it's more like softwares that we use.
Okay.
We get notified when our websites are like kind of iffy, and we get notified of that, but we don't like work on them like that much. But yeah, it's mostly just we focus on like our own
customer service and
what we use software.
Okay, yeah,
Not
yeah,
to the general public. It's just what we use. So.
Okay, so just like customer service for that specific software.
True. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Nice. So, yeah, so that's pretty interesting. You got quite a lot going on. You've done quite a bit this past year.
Yes.
Good to see you succeeding a lot more on Twitch.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, it's been really
You
good.
too,
It goes to show
like,
how consistency can go a long way. Can go a long way in this whole gaming universe. Kind of in translation to just like business things and actually using it as more of a business model and such. But anyways, maybe we'll talk about me for a little bit. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about it. I mean, I guess we can talk about me or something like that. I mean, I'm a little interesting or something. So hello, my name, like I said, Sandro. Where I've been the past year is not in this scene, and I want to talk about it. So if most of the people that are listening to this right now are in the scene, and I would think have been for the past year, so you kind of might not understand where I'm coming from, but right around last year, as some of you may know, I was in a gaming organization called Soar Gaming. I was under contract, and I was a director, content creator for them. So I basically just helped with content creation and just ideas for the team. And I wanted towards the end of last year to focus less on content creation because I felt I was above it. For some reason, I felt like I deserved a little bit of a skip or something like that, just like moving. I thought it was less real worldly for whatever reason. I was moving into adulthood, so I wanted to just, do like the big boy stuff. So I asked it right around this time last year. I asked the one of the owners of Soar, Crude, if I could have a higher position or like more of a real actual position working for the company rather than just creating content affiliated with the brand. And I was not really denied, but kind of just like put on hold for that. So that pushed my motivation down, and then I basically just quit for the year. And I did kind of the opposite this past year of what you'd expect a normal gamer to do. I went back to high school public high school because I dropped out of public high school the year prior to go to online school and pursue streaming and all that, and content creation, because I was a very big fan of that at the time. And I did pretty well, I think, right after I dropped out. I think that was where I was kind of peaking at entertainment-wise. But yeah, bringing it back to where we're kind of at now. This past year, I've kind of just branched out from outside of my comfort zone, largely with the help of my girlfriend that I met right around this time last year. We're actually coming up on our 1-year anniversary, so that's pretty exciting. So yeah, I met my girlfriend, went back to high school, kind of just lived like a normal high schooler's life, for a year, and it was a lot of fun. Like, I got to just like experience being social and being like a normal person, so that was pretty cool. Well, how you would want to define normal, like social standards, that was like kind of the normal thing what I was doing. Yeah, so towards the end of this school year, I graduated from the high school that I went back to, so I was pretty proud of that. And I decided that I was going to go to college and just kind of continue this, just like it wasn't bad. Like, I don't want it to sound like bad, like having a normal, regular, just like life, because I was very happy, and I still am very happy. But I was going to continue just doing like the normal thing. I was just going to go to college and whatnot. I basically just took a U-turn very recently, and I dropped out of college, and I am back on here trying to show my worth entertaining people again, because I found a passion in this once more, and I thought I'd give it a shot. So that's the little circle I've been in the past year. I'm really glad I took that kind of year to kind of become to understand myself a little better, mature as a person, and then come back, speak English very well on the podcast, and then here we are. So that's where we're at. We did it. We did the little loop. And yeah. So that's where I've been. That's where I've been. What's crazy to you?
Last year when we did the podcast, I wasn't in school, and now I am.
Oh, let's go. Yeah, there we go. Dude, same. So was I, honestly. Yeah. We were both not in school.
I joke in the last podcast saying about how I wasn't in school, and here I am.
Guess what?
There he is. He's back.
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
I'm telling you, 2019 is the year.
Yeah.
I don't know about 2020, but 2019 is definitely the year of. I would say for me and a few of us in Updog, of course.
Yes.
But it's the year, literally. We're all changing.
Very good.
We'll get into that too. So
I'm evolving.
Very good.
We are evolving.
Literally.
Weirs is evolving. But anyways, so on. Coming back to you. So let's just put it out there. So my friend Brendan here, he got brain surgery the other day. By all technical words of the name, he got brain surgery the other day, and it's a very, very interesting position and situation he's in. I'm gonna let him talk about it for a little bit, because it's a 1-in-1 case. I'd like to say this has never happened before, and he'll explain that a lot better than I can. But go ahead, Son.
Okay.
How's your brain? How are you brain? How are you brain?
How are you, brain?
How are you, brain?
So, essentially, I was born with something called Chiari malformation, right? Crazy. And that is essentially
Keanu Reeves, yes.
Yeah. My brain grew down into my spinal canal and created a little block, right? And it was like a little block for a fluid that the brain produces to travel throughout the body, right?
Of course, yes. Blood.
And,
no,
not blood. It's a different thing.
Okay. Brain juice. Got it.
I forgot what it's called. Yeah, brain juice. We'll call it brain juice. And essentially, that caused a thing where my brain started to overproduce the fluid.
Oh.
And that is called pseudotumor cerebri.
Oh.
Which essentially translates to false brain tumor.
Oh no.
Wow.
And since I was born with this, I never knew, and I always thought, having constant headaches, ringing in the ears, stuff like that, was always normal. I was just thought that was normal, right? Because that wasn't my normal.
Someone thought constant torture was just normal.
Yeah. I genuinely did, because that's how I was growing
just
up.
constant vicious pain, and he's just like, yeah, I mean, yeah, this is fine.
Yeah, like, this is how it's
we're
supposed
good.
to be.
Yeah, we're good.
But like my parents like knew like that. Hey, that's not right, and they'd always take me to the doctor for it. But my doctor was like, hey, you're too young to be having constant headaches and back problems, so you're good. Just leave. You're just having some headaches. And so recently in August of this year, we went to the eye doctor because I was having really bad headaches again, and I got a spot in my vision where they call it an enlarged blind spot, where a little bit to the left of wherever I directly look, there's nothing there. It's not like there's like a little black circle or anything. There's just like there's nothing there, and you can't really tell unless I look away from it and I see something there from my peripheral. So
that's so scary. To me, I imagine like a circle sight. Is that what it's like, or is it just like you just don't know? It's like just.
I don't know. It's
like
there.
How you don't notice your nose until you look at it.
It's like not there. Yeah. It's
okay.
Not there.
It's just like it's just not there, and then you notice it's not there. Okay.
Yeah, I get how like blind people are now. Like not fully, obviously.
Well,
it's
yeah,
like
obviously.
There's nothing there. There's just like nothing. It's so weird.
It's very scary.
But so we went to an optometrist, which is just a regular eye doctor, and
Oculus Rift, got it.
Yeah, he stopped halfway through the appointment and was like, "Hey, there's a thing behind my eyes, right? We're supposed to dip down and up, right?
Yeah, there was fluid there, wasn't there?
No.
Oh god, I hate fluid. Sorry.
Mine bulged all the way out instead of going down. Mine bulged up and when it's supposed to go down, completely down.
Jeez.
And so he thought I had extremely high blood pressure, which is
that's super uncommon. Yeah.
But like this blood pressure to cause this would be like 180 over like 100.
Oh,
like
whoa!
Insanely high blood pressure, right?
Dang.
So yeah, that's like people about to die type shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had to get rushed under urgent care. My blood pressure was obviously slightly elevated since I was, they were saying I was basically dying.
Yeah.
So I was running, so I think my blood pressure was like 130 over like 82.
Whoa.
Something like that.
That's pretty high. Yeah.
Yeah, that's still high. But right, I'll get to that in a bit. So we went to my actual urgent care because that was just a regular urgent care. Then the next morning we went to my insurance provider urgent care.
Wow.
And to get a further look at it and everything.
Damn, it's always interesting hearing stories of just like how it just comes from one small little thing and then it just blows up into like this new. It's with every single problem. Yeah, like you went to the eye doctor. It's so odd.
Yeah, and so we went to my actual urgent care. I got sent to the emergency room across town, like actually next to where I live in Summerlin. And I got sent there. I had an MRI done. That's where they found out I have a thing called Chiari malformation. And the Chiari malformation, it causes high blood pressure. Chiari malformation, or high blood pressure, is a direct cause of the Chiari malformation.
Okay.
Because it needs to work harder to bump blood up to my brain and everything. And then from the emergency room, we went to the ophthalmologist, which is like the MD version.
Another Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rift.
And he said that I he said I need to go down to UMC, which is like, I don't know if you have UMC where you live or not. But it's like
I don't know what that is specifically. I would probably
it's like
have
a
it.
really extremely good hospital. It's like a really
okay,
good
so
hospital.
it's just a hospital. It's a hospital. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I feel you.
And I had to get sent down there, and I was in the ER there for a night. No, that's when I got there for 3 days. So I was there for 3 days. First night, I was just there waiting to see if I was going to get a spinal tap, to see like what the fluid was.
And what's a spinal tap? Kind of explain what a spinal tap is. 'Cause I don't know what that is.
A spinal tap, they essentially they put a needle in between the vertebrae of your back.
Okay.
And they take out the fluid, the brain juice.
Oh, brain juice. Okay, I got you. Okay, now I'm following. All right. Brain juice, got it.
Okay, so the brain juice in the head, the pressure in the head is the same as it is in the back. It's like a tire.
Okay. All right. We need a tire and shit.
Yeah, so they got the fluid. They put a needle in, and they extract the fluid out from my vertebrae, right?
Okay.
And that's how they see how much pressure is in like your back and in your head, right?
Interesting. Literally just like a car tire.
Yeah.
Damn, we're literally just cars.
Yeah.
Yo, Cars 2 is real, and Cars 1.
Yeah.
And Owen Wilson in Cars 3. It's all real.
I got an emergency spinal tap, so I had a freehand spinal tap instead of one where they actually use a machine to see like where to put the needle and everything.
Oh, yikes. So somebody was actually doing that? I couldn't do that. That's too much pressure.
Yeah, and there was a 5-inch needle in my back. And the thing they had to do it 4 different times since it was a freehand one. Yeah, and the numbing cream didn't fully work, so that didn't work.
Anyway, it's like acupuncture, but just like 10 million times worse.
When you actually get a spinal tap, you're supposed to like lay on your stomach and stuff like that, so it doesn't like go down on one side and hurt really bad. Since it was a freehand, I had to lay on my side and crunch my knees up so they could do it. So that one wasn't nice, and they found out that the pressure in my head was 52. Right?
Okay.
The normal pressure is 18.
So what my pressure is?
And a quote-unquote high pressure is 20 to mid-20s.
Wow. Okay, so that must literally cripple you. Like, that must fuck you up.
To normal people, it would.
But this is why you're 1-1. This is why he's special.
Since I grew up with it, it didn't do anything to me. I genuinely felt great. Like I was in the hospital, and I felt great. I felt good.
So you're telling me that people that are like around that much brain pressure. Well, first of all, I'd like to say something. He told me about this earlier a little bit. I'd like to say no one has really been this high, like and able to function.
There's one other recorded case, and that case above 50 is 56, but they were quite literally like they were dying essentially. Like they were like throwing up, nausea. They couldn't do anything. Extreme headaches. Like they couldn't do anything. So I was at 52 feeling great, but when... Well,
as great as you can with 52 brain pressure, like that's very...
No, see, like that's my normal. So I felt good. You know, I could move around, do everything like I normally would.
Very impressive, honestly, yeah. That the body can fight that off so well itself.
Yeah. And so what we were wondering was, you know, how high was my pressure when I was having the really bad headaches and stuff like that. You know,
right.
Thinking I was dying, so they think like my pressure was probably in like the mid 60s, 70s, probably.
Wow. And you were still able to like think and just the fact that you were able to understand that there was like a problem and not completely crippled in that sense because of the pressure is really, really impressive. I thought that was super interesting when you first told me that. I can't believe that.
Yeah. So then they didn't know what to do. So even like after you get a spinal tap, you're allowed to like get up and walk, right? You just like can't really run and stuff. So I wasn't allowed to stand up at all for 4 hours because they never had a case like this, at least here. And then they had to call in a neurosurgeon, another MD ophthalmologist, and a bunch of stuff.
I don't even know what that is. It sounds like octopus.
And then the neurosurgeon, apparently he was like, they called him in since he was like one of the best in like the Western Hemisphere or something like that.
Jesus, man. He must costed a pretty fucking penny, but we'll talk about how much this costed afterwards.
Yeah. So he came in. He recommended a thing called Diamox, which was basically just a pill where I take every day, and then that's
what does the pill do specifically?
The pill is supposed to stop the production, or like slow
slow down
of the brain juice.
Right. Okay. So none brain juice for now.
Yeah.
Controlled brain juice.
Yeah, controlled brain juice. And the original ophthalmologist we went to, like the special eye doctor that we went to, the original one, he was saying that he doesn't think that the pill or whatever the prescription could bring it down below like high 30s, which is still
that's still way too high. Yeah, of course.
Insanely high still. And
you said the normal was 18, so let's I'm sitting nice and pretty with my brain at 18 pressure, and this motherfucker is really surviving at the very minimum of 30 pressure.
50.
He's sleeping with 30 pressure in his head. That I can only imagine that's just like filling up a tire that's full, and it's just begging you to stop. It's like stop filling me up, and it's like I'm just like, I just can't believe you haven't fucking popped. I know that it doesn't work that way, but like, you know, the figurative expression of popped, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like you've just been getting filled up.
Crazy. And you literally could have died from this.
Yeah, you very much pretty. Yeah, that's crazy. Very lucky that you survived.
If I were to have gone to my regular primary care doctor and she was doing what she was doing before, which is just sending me to the cardiologist, she thought my high blood pressure was because of my heart. Wasn't at all. It was acute malformation. And if we had gone to her, she wouldn't have sent me anywhere. She would keep doing the same thing, which we had to drop her by. So, but
that's crazy.
Very lucky in that circumstance. Yeah, it's crazy how that shit is caught. But
literally,
like,
a
random
optometrist,
people.
a regular eye doctor that working out of a Target, saved my life essentially.
That's
awesome.
That's crazy. Very cool to hear that. But
yeah,
I just I couldn't have fucking guessed, honestly. I always just thought that you just had headaches and stuff like that. You're just like a weird kid.
My special eye doctor was right about it not coming down below the high 30s, and I think the lowest it got was 38.
So where are you at right now? Like right now, speaking in this podcast.
I don't know.
Well, like if you had to like guess, like, are you at almost normal pressure?
I would say my normal pressure.
Okay, so does it feel like better? Like noticeably?
I don't feel a difference like at all.
Well, are you not getting headaches though, as much?
You know, because I get headaches at the very top of my head.
Oh, okay.
Like sometimes.
Okay.
It really pisses me off. But but what's it called? So the ophthalmologist, my special eye doctor, recommended the shunt, which is like a tube and a catheter that goes into my brain. This is one of them. There's a tube that goes into my brain.
Okay, so now we're getting towards the actual brain surgery part of like just fixing the problem that you have. Okay.
Yeah, I would have a tube put into my brain, into one of the ventriculars, I think it was called. It's like the creases on the outside of the brain.
Okay, yeah, it's like one of the little hills. Yeah.
Like the crevices thing.
Yep. Little pockets, whatnot.
And then I would have a shunt, which is like a little. It's like what regulates it pretty much, and like what gets the fluid out.
Like a tree tap, kind of like if you're tapping a tree. Yeah. No, yeah, that's what it sounds like.
You would be able to feel it on the outside of my head, and it would like be visually like visible on the outside.
Well, so it's literally just like it's like a gutter, just like clearing out the extra fluids. Interesting.
So yeah, and it would go from my brain down into my abdominal area.
Okay.
Which it's sort of like not where anything is. It would just be going down like next to my liver or something like that, and just be like absorbed by my body.
Right, just kind of just thrown away.
Yeah, and then we found out we were gonna need that, and then I think a couple days later we met with my neurosurgeon about it. And then we scheduled it. This has been a
process. Wow.
Yeah.
When did all this begin, and where are we at now?
Okay,
just to broaden the view.
When we found out,
yeah,
from the
when was that? Yeah.
That was July 31st.
Okay, so wow, it's been almost 2 months now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Okay, all right, continue. Well, sorry, I just wanted to set that.
It was exactly 2 months, I think, since from the time we found out to when I got surgery.
Wow. Okay, all right.
But so we had this surgery originally scheduled for September 2nd.
Okay.
Right? But it got moved up to August 31st.
Okay.
And
I remember that. I remember when you tweeted about it.
And then literally as they were about to wheel me into surgery, they had to change the surgery, right?
Oh wow!
So it wasn't brain surgery anymore. Technically, it was neurosurgery. Still extremely expensive and
painful.
Hard.
Yes.
Still extremely hard.
Still basically brain surgery. Yes.
Yeah. But they couldn't do the one in my brain since my ventriculars were too small.
Okay, and so what do the ventriculars do? Why does it matter that they're too small? I'm curious.
It would be it was too dangerous to do it in my brain since my ventriculars were too small because it was a higher risk of bleeding.
Okay. Okay. All right. So it's kind of just like your shields.
So technically, you're still hurting. Like, so technically, you're still not fixed. Or
well, no, they did a different solution. There's a different solution.
Oh,
yeah.
But even in general, there's a chance of my brain bleeding in surgery. Even my ventriculars are fucking massive. But now that they're extremely small, it's a lot higher risk of my brain bleeding.
Yeah, right. So and that's when you die. So we don't want that. We don't want Spoon to die. So no Spoon dies.
They did a lumbar shunt instead.
Okay.
So
it's the same thing, just not as high of like production. I'd like to think of it like it doesn't take out as much of the fluid. Is that what I'm understanding right?
I mean, it kind of does. It's just a lot less risky.
Okay.
But
all right. So it's pretty much the same thing. They're just not doing it in your brain. They're doing it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All right. That
surprisingly,
makes
this
sense.
surgery is more expensive than the brain surgery.
Oh no!
It's like
So how much is the
Yeah.
surgeries in comparison to each other?
The brain surgery, from what I was reading, it goes from like 20,000 to like 50, 60,000.
Jesus, man!
Holy
Wow.
The one I got ranges from $40,000 to $80,000.
That's
Oh
so
my
much
God.
money.
The thing that's not like that's just the surgery. That's
Dude,
not
that's
like
like a new car.
That's not like anesthesiologist. My stay in the hospital. All the like the drugs I was taking. All that stuff.
That's so much money,
That's
man.
wild. That's literally a sports car, almost.
Not including all the MRIs I got, spinal taps, all that stuff. It's not.
So altogether, how much has it costed, and how much did your insurance cover, and how much was your copay? I'm so curious. Sorry.
So far, right now, this is the first round of billing that we've gotten. This isn't even like surgery. This is like from like the first like week of hospital.
Okay.
Right. That we don't have to pay it. This is the insurance.
Okay.
$27,000.
Okay, so the insurance is paying all of that.
Most of it.
Okay, so like your copay is like what, like 15% or something small like that.
I mean, I think we're at a total of like $2,300 that we have to pay.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's not bad at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
In comparison to 20,000, that's 10%. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to pay two $500 copays for the emergency room. Every time I go to the eye doctor, which is I've gone to the eye doctor like 5 different times now, it's $50. Every time I've gone to the hospital, it's been like $100.
Yeah, of course.
It's $500.
Copay. If you guys don't know how it works, the more you go, the higher the copay gets. The less the insurance pays for.
Yeah. But so we were all doing that and shit. Where was I?
Yeah.
You're explaining like how much more. You're saying like the
how
hospital,
much? Yeah, the
how
hospital
much.
bills. Yeah.
Yeah. Lumbar strung, $80,000. We haven't gotten the actual bill for it yet, but it's gonna be insane.
And 80,000 out of pocket?
No, the insurance is definitely gonna take over a bunch of that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then my dad will call about some stuff and get it changed.
Has your insurance gone up at all? Because I know if you guys don't understand, if you guys are from outside the U.S. and don't understand U.S. insurance, it's not the same as in most other countries. They're a lot more stingy with their money, and so this is honestly surprising to me that he only had to pay $2,300 so far out of how much, and I'm sure he'll only have to pay about the same amount percentage in the full cost as well, which is absolutely insane in America. And it seems like something that's such a luxury in other. I mean, that isn't such a luxury in other countries. Like, you need brain surgery. Like what? Like they're gonna pay for it. You need the brain surgery. But here in America, like it seems almost like sad that we're getting excited that you only had to pay $2,000 to do something that literally needed to save your life. You only had to. Thank God! I only had to pay $2,000 to save my life.
Okay,
what if you didn't have $2,000?
At least I could get it as an emergency. I can get it done right away. Like there's like a
At least you didn't have a waiting list. Yeah, I know that for a lot of surgeries that are important and high end like that, there's a waiting list.
Yeah. But I don't think my because like my dad and my mom already pay like a metric fuck ton of insurance. We have like really good insurance, thank God.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's the thing is that you're lucky enough to have the good insurance and fortunate enough to have the good insurance, but
also
it's crazy, man.
I have a private insurance.
Oh, okay, all right. So you got a really good insurance.
It's from my dad's
employer. Yeah.
So I think he pays like around like $800 a month in insurance.
That's so much money. Wow, for the whole family. That's a family plan. Or what?
No, and my mom, family plan, and then my mom also pays like $500 a month for herself also.
That's so much money, man. Wow.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. Just so that when you need a life-saving surgery, you only have to pay 10% of the entire cost of $80,000.
That's a crazy amount of money. That's
thank you so much. Wow.
Dude, the recovery, terrible.
Dude, I was just about to ask you about that.
By the way, so the anesthesiologist put me under. Took me a minute, because I have a really high tolerance to like some medications, shit like that.
Like, what kind of medications did they? I saw you tweeting about this. That's why I'm asking. What kind of medications did they give you, and what kind of effects did they have? Because Brendan did have to take a lot of drugs that are considered kind of like fun drugs and like psychedelics that are used for like recreational use.
Well, different story for me.
Okay, yeah. So
I don't know what they put me
it.
under with. I don't know what they put me under with.
Uh-huh.
But I woke up too early.
Oh no.
So,
usually you're supposed to wake up in the recovery room, right? But they take you to a spot before the recovery room, and then they take you to the recovery room, right? I woke up when they were wheeling me out of the operating room to the first place.
Wow.
Right.
That's
so
so
they
scary.
they couldn't put me with any pain pills, nothing. I didn't have any pain pills, any painkillers, and I had no adrenaline since I had just woken up.
Yeah. Oh
Nothing.
no,
So
dude, that pain's insane.
so I woke up
Sorry, my hand's been in front of my
screaming
mouth.
and crying, asking for help, and then
Well,
the
yeah, dude, that
doctor,
is my worst nightmare.
yeah,
Oh my
one of the
god.
nurses had to inject me with 6 doses of fentanyl, and then a dose of Demerol, which is also
Wow.
very strong painkiller. And then I got sent to the recovery for one night.
Wow, one night for
Yeah,
fucking
one.
surgery on the back of
I
your
was there for
head.
less than
Yeah.
24. I was there for less than 20. I left the hospital at 11 a.m. The day I left, and
Okay.
I got there the day before at like 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Dang.
So,
So yeah, for less than 24 hours. It's fucked up.
Crazy.
so how has your recovery been so far? How are you? Are you able to like? You're able to get up and walk and all that and
Yeah,
such.
I started to get up to be able to get out of my own bed, still in a lot of pain,
Right.
still able to finally get out of my own bed by myself.
Right.
Around like 5 days out, being home.
Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah. Nice. That's pretty quick
Yeah,
recovery.
but I learned that because they put a hole in my belly button,
Right.
and then to put a bunch of gases in my abdomen to like fill it up to have like room to like work around and stuff. So
Okay.
that there's a hole in my belly button on
Wow.
my right side, like a little bit to the right of my belly button, and then one on my back, like one on my like basically essentially on my
All
spine.
right. Yeah. And then we're gonna get even further into this, but like going back
Yeah.
to the drugs thing. So you are you prescribed any painkillers like right now just to take for just like consumption to
I
help?
don't think so anymore.
Okay. Well, what were
I
you
stopped
on?
taking
Yeah.
them a while ago, but I was prescribed oxycodone and acetaminophen, which is acetaminophen is basically a
Addictive. I think both of them are.
yeah. But acetaminophen is essentially Tylenol on crack cocaine.
All right. Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, and it's mainly takes down the
Crazy.
swelling, and we found out that the acetaminophen was helping with the pain better than the oxy.
Uh huh.
So yeah.
But then you said you were getting Xanax in the hospital and they weren't doing anything to you at all.
I was getting perks in the
Oh,
hospital,
perks. Yeah, you were getting perks in the
Yeah.
hospital and they weren't doing anything to you at all.
Yeah, they weren't doing anything to me
Wow.
at all. So yeah, the acetaminophen was my choice because the pain was coming from the swelling.
Right.
So I used the acetaminophen to take the swelling down.
Nice. Yeah, that was a good idea. Yeah, that's good because I was when you told me that perks weren't working on you, I was really surprised.
Yeah.
That made me think maybe it's part of the pressure that was like in your head. Maybe you're just weren't affected by that drug as much, or maybe you were just in the circumstance where it didn't seem like you were being affected by it. I'm very interested in that. In the drugs aspect because I'm a freak, but I know that some people aren't. So we're going to move on a little bit further than that. We are going to get more into the recovery process again. Sorry about that. Sorry to interrupt you again. I was just really curious. I had to get that out.
It's okay,
So back to the recovery. So you have 2 tubes, one in your stomach, just to the left of your belly button, and one in your back, correct?
Well, it's essentially like one tube that like wraps.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
I have a there's an actual shunt. It's like a little like an egg-shaped thing, like a really small like egg-shaped thing, right?
Okay.
And that's what gets the fluid.
So that's the shunt. That's what. Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of like the tree tap. Yeah.
I can feel that on my. I guess poking out of my back.
Ooh. Okay. So it's kind of like, damn. You're basically Iron Man, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, dude. Wow.
Yeah, that's funny. But I have a catheter wrapped around my actual spinal cord.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And explain what a catheter does for those who don't know, including myself because I'm a moron. What does a catheter do?
That's like what doctors use when they need someone like piss.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
it
no, I
gets
knew
the
that.
fluid
Wait, no,
out.
yeah, I knew that.
So I have a catheter wrapped around my spinal cord
Right.
to get the fluid out from like the brain juice.
Okay, to get the brain juice from the stomach
Yeah,
to
because the brain juice is in my actual head and in my back.
Okay, so it's just taking the brain juice out of your stomach now?
Yeah, and it takes it from out of my back, or my head essentially.
Yeah.
And it takes it down, goes to the shunt, and goes into my abdomen, and it goes into this like little. I can like feel the shunt. I can feel like the tube on my stomach,
Wow.
and it's like on like the right side of my stomach area.
Ooh,
and,
man,
that's
that's
where
making
it
me
goes, and
queasy
it
even
just,
thinking about.
It just goes out into my abdomen area, and it gets absorbed by my body.
Interesting.
But I found out that how much you use your core for everything, because anytime I use my core at all.
So that's kind of like the point between the bottom of your chest, the chestal area, the top chest, to like your lower abdomen, your belly button, essentially. Yeah, so that's right around there. Those are the muscles they use to like flex and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much you used it until I had this, because dude, the worst. Getting into bed, terrible. Standing up, I couldn't stand up. I had like a hunch. Like I was hunching over most of the time, because just stretching out like my stomach to normal like space essentially just hurt so bad. Like,
God.
Dude, it was terrible. Yeah.
That sounds brutal, man.
But now after like a week or two, I think after a week and a half, I had some nurses come to my house to like check my bandages and stuff, and like redo my
tube,
my dressings as they call them.
Oh, okay.
Just bandages.
Right. Okay.
And they had to redo those, but there's just things. There's like the bandages on the outside, and then there's things called the steri strips, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those go on the actual incision. So I had the bandages and then the steri strips, and because of that, the steri strips can't get wet at all. They're not allowed to get wet.
Oh no! Right? So like you can't shower and shit.
I couldn't shower.
No.
So I showered on the 31st. No. My surgery was on the 30th. Yeah. My surgery was on the 30th.
God.
So I showered on the 30th.
No.
I couldn't shower until September 12th.
Oh no!
No, that's so bad.
I couldn't shower.
Were you able to like? Okay. Oh, so many questions. So were you able to like clean yourself? Like you're still able to like clean. You're like,
my mom got me a bunch of baby wipes.
Oh no, the ghetto shower.
No.
That's all
they don't have any like easier method for you. That sounds terrible.
Literally. That sounds literally awful.
Oh no, that's literally hell, man.
That sounds
not being able to
shower.
A shower is so nice. I wouldn't even want to get up.
Dude, I literally shower every day. It's like one of my favorite things, dude. Shower.
Yeah, I completely get that. We all take some
That's
time
2
in the shower, dude. Just showering.
2 weeks of sitting in your own gamer filth.
Just he's just rotting in his own gamer sweat.
This is also the time when I didn't have AC.
Oh
I was laying in bed.
Spoon is rotting away. He's just a fucking old fruit on the countertop. Okay. Oh my God.
Terrible.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
But like now,
it's okay. Now he's clean. He's clean, guys. Just to let you. He's very much clean now. He's able to shower. He's a shower boy.
I'm a shower boy, yeah.
Dude, that's how people think gamers are. Just don't fucking shower for 12 days.
I can't. Dude, I can't go
Yeah, I completely get that, man. I'm the same way.
Like, I need to be clean.
Yeah, I just need to be in a shower in the morning, you know. It feels good.
Yeah.
Damn, that would really blow me down.
Walk around and stuff.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So you're in the late stages of your recovery. That's how Spoon's been. That's a little bit of an insight on what it's like to just be through having to get brain surgery, basically.
Yeah.
That's a very scary thing to go through. With that being said, I would like permission to make jokes because
you're allowed.
Because you're 1-1. So if I'm making fun of you, I'm not making fun of anybody that doesn't want to be made fun of.
That's true.
Yeah. Go for
okay.
it.
All right. So I have a few that I thought of.
He hasn't written down.
No, I didn't write. I was thinking while you were talking.
I don't even have any written down.
You wrote these down weeks ago.
No. All right. Okay. All right. The first one, I only imagine while your brain was getting to this pressure, I just imagine Jimmy Neutron when his head would go big. Big brain. Big brain, dude. You have the biggest fucking brain. And all of PewDiePie's thumbnails, that's literally what it reminds me of, bro.
Dude, my brain has always been massive. And
his brain is massive.
And even without it being swollen, my brain is still big because an extra part of my brain grew down into my spinal canal. So I still have a big brain.
He has got the greatest surface area brain ever, and that is the toughest flex I've heard this year. He has the most surface area on his brain. He has more surface area on his brain than you do yours, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I didn't even think of my brain is the most square footage
He's
out of
literally,
anybody.
he's literally got the most massive fucking brain. No, I'm sure that I'm sure that there's a few people.
I have a
with
question
little
of my
bit
own.
bigger
I
brains.
have a question of my own.
What?
Did you get smarter from this brain surgery?
That's what I asked him earlier. Yeah. That's what I asked
We're
him.
still in the early stages. I fucking better get smarter.
So yeah,
He's waiting.
If you're paying, if you're being close to like almost, probably like couple like 10, 20,000 maybe for surgery, they gotta at least like
gotta make you smarter, dude.
At least give you a few more IQ points, I guess.
Swear to God, they better give me like 100 more. That's all that's all I need.
Bro, it literally feels like you unlocked, like it was like grayed out, like you unlocked the rest of your brain.
It's
like you hit level 16 and you fucking unlocked the rest of your
brain. It's
brain.
like Limitless, but I didn't take a pill. I got surgery.
Oh jeez.
Like, come on. But
no.
I still have this blind spot in my vision. That's not gonna go away for
Oh
like
no.
3 months. It's not gonna go away for
well.
8 months.
Does that mean you wait? I'm curious. Does that mean you can't like you can't like
I
do
can't
driving or anything like that? Like you can't get your license
Nope.
at all?
Can't get my
Damn,
can't
that
get my
sucks,
license.
man.
Yeah.
This is
yeah.
prime
No,
age too.
So before like my everything started escalating a lot, my vision was 20/40 corrected in my right eye. Right, my right eye is my bad eye.
All right.
My left eye has always been 20/20 somehow. My ophthalmologist is fucking surprised beyond belief about how my left eye is 20/20. But my right eye before all this was 20/40 corrected, right, with glasses.
All right.
When it was at the height of this, my right eye was 20/70 corrected.
Okay.
So in the span of 18 months, my
Wow.
right eye went from 20/40 to 20/70.
Damn. Okay. So for
And
people, including
now-
myself, that don't understand that, 2020 is perfect vision, and the farther you stray away from each
2015
other,
is.
2015 is.
2015
Okay.
is perfect. That's
Okay.
what like fighter pilot said. So.
Okay. All right. So all right. That's what I'm curious about. Okay. So as it kind of grows further apart, I've never had issues in my eyes. Well, until recently, but I've never really had to go in for issues in my eyes. So 2015 is perfect, and then as you get further away from 20, it's progressively worse. Sorry, this is a very stupid question.
You essentially see things 20 feet away.
Oh, okay.
If you're 20/20, you see things 20 feet away as they're 20 feet away.
Okay.
But for my right eye, I see things 20 feet away as they're 70 feet away.
Oh, okay. See, I've never understood that. Okay, now I learned
Yeah.
something today. I admit that was a very bad lapse in my knowledge, but now I know. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, and now it's my right eye is 20/50 corrected now after the surgery, and
Nice.
There's a thing where the swelling of the eyes, it's called papilledema, right?
Okay.
And before I went into the surgery, I had
Purple
grade
nurple.
4 papilledema,
Okay,
which
purple
is the
nurple.
absolute worst you can get.
4 purple nurples, yes.
Fuck you.
Okay. They're just squeezing your
But,
titties. All right, dude, I feel it.
Great. You're squeezing my titties, huh?
That's it. It's purple nurples.
Grade 4 papilledema is like the absolute
Okay.
worst.
Okay.
And he didn't say if it's gone down from grade 4 papilledema, but he said it's gone down. So
No.
I don't know if it's gotten a better grade 4 papilledema or
Or you
not.
maybe you hit grade 3. Maybe you're moving up.
Yeah. I don't
He's killing it.
But I have
Yo,
to
if you
see
get an
him-
A, you go up to grade 3.
Yeah.
If you get an A on your test, your eye test.
Yeah. My eye exam. Yeah.
My eye exam, it's not even like just seeing stuff. They just test your knowledge. Your knowledge about geography.
Dude, fuck off.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
little funny, just at
I
least.
have grade 4 papilledema. It's funny, but when I was having like the really bad headaches and stuff before we went to the eye doctor and everything, I was like, usually like when you're like stressed out and stuff, right? Like your left eye twitches. It's not
Right.
your actual eye. It's the muscles around your eye on like the outside. That's what's twitching, right?
Well, yeah,
And,
yeah.
like, that's the sign that you're stressed out and stuff, right?
Uh huh.
My physical eyeballs were in insane pain with these headaches, right? And they
Right.
didn't know why. Didn't know why. She's like, "Oh, you're fine. Like everything looks fine." But she didn't actually look at my eyes or anything, right? Like she didn't like use like the machines or whatever and look at my eyes. And that's why I went to another optometrist.
And then they
so
found the bad stuff.
Yeah, and they thought
Oh,
it was my
no.
extremely high blood pressure.
Right. Yeah. And
But
then
it was extremely high pressure in my head from the brain juice.
Right. Brain juice. Bit too much brain juice. Too big of brain. He has the biggest brain.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you even went to a fucking ophthalmologist before you even went to the ophthalmologist that found the problem that you've been encountering your entire life. It's crazy. It's like a needle in a hay. Like no one even realized you had this major defect for fucking 16 years. That's crazy. Especially when you have had access to modern medicine your whole life and have been like exposed to that, and they just haven't found this 1-in-1 case you've had. It's very interesting to be able to learn about that.
I wanted to sue my primary care doctor, but my parents didn't let me.
Damn, dude, you have a valid case. That's very. I mean, but also if you're 1-in-1, it's a pretty tough.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's also common like knowledge like of what that is.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, like the type, the area.
The extent of what I was having.
Yeah, I guess you weren't having the same exact symptoms as people that were also.
My doctor also wasn't listening to me when I was saying for years now about how I have extremely bad headaches randomly. I have my actual physical eyes hurt randomly.
Yeah, she should have been taking you more serious.
Bad back problems randomly. Like it was too like, oh no, you're too young to have headaches. You're too young to have back problems and all this stuff.
Yeah, like, that's fucked up. Yeah, they just weren't listening to you because you're a kid.
Also, okay, right? So you know when you're supposed to get a physical, right?
The
only time like they're supposed to like really touch you down on your dick, essentially, is when you're like getting a physical, really, right? Or getting like a normal checkup. Right?
They touch your dick every time you went for your headaches.
Yeah, usually like by my age, you get like max like 5-6 times probably.
Oh no, what?
Oh boy.
5, 6. Yo, I've had it twice. Yo, I've had it 29 times. Yo, bro, what? Yo, what do you mean? Yo, what do you mean 6 or 7? Yo, 50 or 60 more like it. What the hell?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like 5 times a max as a guy like my age, as opposed to my age, right?
Damn, you're lucky. You're only into 5 or 6, dude.
And in the past, like probably like 3-4 years, I've got it. Not kidding. Like around 10 times.
That's where they reach under and they make you cough, correct?
Yeah, and she grabs my balls and makes me cough.
Oh no!
And even the last time I went to her, she came in the room and she's like, "Okay, we don't have to do physical or anything." I was like, "Okay, I said verbally, thank God I do not want to do that anymore." Verbally said
I think your doctor
words.
Just wanted to touch your penis. I think that was the case. I think that was the case. That's the real kicker here. I kept messaging Spoon while he was in the hospital. I was like, "Bro, you got it, dude. Just tell one of the nurses you're dying. Like it's easy. Like you're good, dude."
You're
good, bro.
You know what's funny? When I was in the hospital the first time for 3 days. I had to get my eyes dilated for the ophthalmologist there at the hospital, and
she said to take a look at her fucking titties.
Yeah.
No. That was the test.
Morn texted me, but I couldn't read it, and I was like, "Yo, I can't read this right now, but as soon as I can, I'll text you back." And he tweeted, I forgot to catch it. It was funny, and he was saying, "Yo, if you want Chick-fil-A, I'll come grab it for you right now. I got you." It was like, "Hey, I can't read right now, so I'll hit you back."
I'll hit you back when I can read. Sorry.
Yeah, but dude, I got my eyes dilated 4 times in 3 days.
Damn, bruh.
I couldn't read it.
So when you get your eyes dilated, what does that do to you?
Okay, essentially, you can't use your phone. Essentially, you can't read.
Interesting. Okay.
Like you can read like big like letter things like on TV and stuff like that if they're like big enough.
Okay.
But like on your phone, nothing. You can't read anything at all.
Is it just like it seems blurry, or it's just like, it's
blurry.
It's just too blurry.
Like really
you just
blurry.
Can't read it. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Like you can like still see like shapes like chairs. Like I was like, that's a chair. Like this. Like TV and whatever.
But you're just familiar enough with your keyboard and your fingers that you were just able to type that out, and you were just able to be like, I can't read this right now.
I had to like hold my phone at like an angle, my eyes at like an angle, so I could see it a little bit.
Oh,
and
okay.
I was like familiar enough, and autocorrect helped me.
Yeah.
And I typed that out. Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's fucking.
You're still tweeting. That's it, dude. When I saw that tweet, I thought that somebody else had to tweet it for you. That's pretty. That's pretty impressive. Spoon can't see anything. He's just button mashing on the screen.
Dude, when I was at the first emergency room before I got the surgery and everything, before I found out I was getting the surgery, I was there for fucking 7 hours with my eyes dilated. Couldn't read anything. Nothing. The TV wouldn't work in the room that we're in. Dude.
No.
So nothing. So you know what my parents decided to do? You know what they decided to do?
Well, they do.
They decided to mess around with my hospital bed and just fuck around with it the whole time.
Your parents were just fucking beasting you. They said, "Yo, how does this feel, dumbass?" They just fucking snap you in half.
I'm not kidding. My dad goes, "How does this feel, dummy?"
Your dad's clowning you while you're in the hospital.
It was funny. Like, come on. You just had to pay a $500 copay for this, and this is what you're doing. You're not like calling him to like get overtime or anything.
Nah, he's just delusional. He's just making fun of his kid. He's pissed that you had to spend money in your surgeries. He's clowning on you to make up for it.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. You don't know how much MRIs are? One
Dude,
MRI.
I've had one before. They're fucking crazy expensive, even with insurance.
It was $8,200.
Yeah, it's fucked, man.
Like, dude, it's so much money. And then I don't know how much my spinal tap is getting, because I had 2 spinal taps and 3 MRIs. I don't know, the first spinal tap was like $300, but that was the freehand one. So the one where they use the actual machine and everything, I want to know how much that's going to be, because I haven't gotten the bill for that one yet.
I bet it's going to be a lot more expensive.
Yeah, for real.
Damn, but it shouldn't be, you know? I mean, I don't know how any of this works, but like, shouldn't it be less because it's not having to pay the labor of somebody doing it? Or maybe I'm just ignorant.
Well, it's more because of the operating of the machine.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, it finds the exact like point, like the best spot for.
Yeah, it's a very impressive machine. Yeah, it sounds pretty epic. Dude.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I bet I could build that. I bet nerds could build that in Minecraft with redstone.
I fucking hate you.
Yeah, I bet the Minecraft nerds, the redstone gods on Minecraft build a neuroscience fucking machine on Minecraft.
Dude.
They're fucking freaks. They're the same freaks that make full fucking portraits of gamers.
Yeah, I got one made of me portraits.
Once. No.
Yep. I literally got it made once of me. But he's cool. He's cool who made it. So honestly. And
that's
he shows
epic.
Pretty cool pictures. Like
that's
ABI
epic.
Twitter at the time. Yeah, but it's pretty bad.
I think that's so funny.
Yeah,
I love that. So Spoon's got a big brain. That's the summary.
Basically,
that's the summary of what just went down. Spoon's got a big brain. He's a pretty big brain boy.
My brain is enlarged. Einstein has nothing on me.
So Spoon's smarter than Einstein. We're out here using 100% of our brain and shit now.
Literally.
And let's use it. Let's use it to talk about some marketing strats. You know, let's use it let's divulge into the business world. So wacky. So what have you been up to business wise? How's your Instagram going?
Oh man, business has definitely been booming.
Yes.
Instagram. Basically, I saw it, and I will say this. I got the inspiration from MZ. Who's in Cloud9 now, another gaming organization. I got the
very
inspiration
popular
from her,
OG Call of Duty content creator.
Yeah. And so I saw
Fun fact.
she was.
Oh, continue. No, it's fine.
No,
okay.
No.
I just thought I'd flex real quick. I made a dual Taj with her just once.
Hey,
just sorry to flex. She's kind of verified now.
Hey,
I'm just like I'm just kind of saying. I don't know.
Hey, that's a flex. That's
a flex. We'll just like wacky. Keep going. No, keep going.
But yeah, so I saw that she was posting it out, and I saw her getting like crazy amount of people were like loving this, and I'm like, this is just like making YouTube videos, but like
just smaller,
without just like a minute long or even like 30-second long YouTube videos.
Right.
And I was like, I have a bunch of clips I have never really used, and I'm like, why don't I just start posting my clips? Because I didn't see a lot of competition on there. I didn't see a lot of people posting like actual decent clips and putting time into the videos.
Yeah, dude, that's literally.
I
was
like,
why
don't I do that? So I started in the start of February. My Twitter or my Instagram account had 1,600 followers. Keep that in mind. Or I think I had 1,400 followers. Keep that in mind. And so I just started posting just Call of Duty clips I hit. These were even some older clips I had from like years ago, or some that I hit on stream with like a face cam reaction, which Instagram really likes those a lot. They really like the Instagram.
Yeah, I believe it, dude. It's just like reaction videos,
thing. And some people, and it's different. Some people like that, and some people really like just the normal like just clips, just whatever Call of Duty clips.
Right.
And so I was posting. And my videos started to get like 300 or 400 views every post, and I'm like, this is pretty good. and I kept on posting, and soon enough, your videos, when you start posting, and remind you, I was posting 5 to 6 times, even like daily at the time.
Damn.
And soon enough,
really
if you're posting that much, your videos are getting that much interaction. Soon enough, one of them is bound to do well.
Yeah, just kind of blow. It's just like it's like a YouTube video where it just kind of throws it up in the algorithm and it just blows up and it kind of snowballs.
Yeah, literally.
From there.
And Instagram has that algorithm, and it happens a lot. If you post daily and you start getting those videos hit on your algorithm, you're gonna start getting more videos like that. It's not gonna be you're not gonna have one hit wonders, but if you're not posting a lot, you're gonna have just that one video.
That's good to see. I like to see that like, you're being rewarded for consistency. It seems like I've never really understood the algorithm for any social media at all. I don't think that there is a way to understand
very
it.
Odd, and I'll get into it more. Instagram is a very, and it never used to be odd. Back, like a year or 2 years ago, it used to be kind of like a normal social media. But
it's pretty standard. It's kind of like just looking at pictures.
Yeah, literally just looking at it, and people think it's that simple when Instagram is such a huge, like huge market. It's a huge like platform. I think it has like I don't know how many
it has a lot more than Twitter and just all the other social medias. Yeah, just it's up there with Facebook, which has like the majority of the adult older generation on there. Yeah,
and for sure, and I'll even get into Facebook too, because that's completely
different
and
lane,
it's crazy. And I think if you are a streamer, if you're a content creator, I definitely think you should start posting on Instagram now. And I'll get into more of this too. Maybe I'll get into it now. Basically, it's better to post daily, if not at least 5, possibly 6 times a week. 5 times is pretty good. You can just take 2 days off, whatever days you choose, maybe the weekend or whatever. But I highly recommend you content creators, streamers, influencers, they build an active Instagram, and you can fuck around and make a Facebook business page.
Isn't that what FaZe High Sky has been streaming on because he got banned from Twitch? I heard that's what he's been streaming on, just Facebook.
And you know what? In Facebook streaming, I see people pull like
yeah, dude, that's what fucking YouTube will streams on now. Yeah,
viewers.
Yeah.
And I just wonder like how that works. And
it's a lot of people that just don't understand gaming in the world of gaming, and they only have a Facebook, and so they see it in somewhere, and they're just like, yeah, let me go figure out what this is about. But there's so many people that are like that. They're just curious. And I feel like that's like a majority of the viewership. There's no way an 17, 18, or 19-year-old kid, or a very small percentage of them, hop on Facebook for fun and go watch their favorite streamer. Like it's a very
anyone
different.
Does that.
Yeah,
and it's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, if you are a content creator, you do any sort of social media, you are a Twitch streamer, you do anything like that, hop on the Instagram game as soon as you can, because I mean, it's just a growing platform every day. It's just soon to hop on it, sooner than later.
Mm-hmm.
Or Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff.
TikTok,
but yeah, Instagram,
TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok too, and we'll get into that with days and all that.
I got a few TikToks.
But yeah, Instagram has been doing well, so I'll get back into that. I was talking about top posts, how to me getting top posts, because I have a couple posts that have done very well on the platform.
He's
which
flexing on us, by the way.
I'm very proud of.
He's kind of a popular gamer. What can he say? Sorry, guys. He's a pretty epic gamer. What can he say?
What can I say?
Okay.
But
sorry.
one of my first posts to actually do well. So like I said, my posts were getting about like low 300s, high like 500s, and I had a post that I posted. It was a Black Ops 2 low gravity trick shot, and
I remember when you hit that.
So before that, there was a Black Ops 2 normal trick shot I hit, and that got over 2,000 views.
These are video games, by the way.
And so I was like, wow, and it literally happened like in just that day, and I was like, wow, this is literally crazy. This is the best a post has ever done for me. And so a couple weeks later, I posted a low gravity Black Ops 2 trick shot, and that got over 14,000 viewers.
People love that. That's so cool.
And people loved it. And I was like, dude, Like
it's expanding to a
gotta be
viewer base of
happening.
people that are just like outside of the understanding of this. Like
Yeah.
just keeping it in our. That's what I've been trying to do, is like keeping it inside of our niche little COD community of people that really understand it. It's not impressive that you can do well in a game, but like, dude, if you go share it with people that don't play games, I swear they eat that shit up, man.
Casual gamers,
just casual gamers, or just casual people in general.
Most, if not all, my like 90% of my following and people who view my posts are casual gamers.
Yeah,
they're not like ones that literally, like they're all casual, literally. And that's what Instagram is. That's how awesome it is for the gaming niche of things.
Yeah,
it's just casual gamers.
Yeah, and that's I think that's why Fortnite is blowing up so much as well, because in our community and in like the Fortnite community, that's why Ninja blew up. Is like he's not the best gamer in his community, but people love watching him because he's very good at showing how good he is at games to people that don't really understand games as well. And that's kind of what you're doing, is like you are, in comparison to the general public, like in the COD community, you're not exactly the best player, obviously, because you're not like you're not a fucking freaky gamer, you know.
I've told the best players, I'm like, please hop on the Instagram.
Literally, yeah. I tell all those snipers only nerds, like that's why it's been insane seeing those sniper only kids, people coming from a very small area of the niche area of the COD community, very edgy, and they started playing Fortnite, and because they are so genuinely good at games, they're exploding on YouTube and Twitch right now, because they're just it's all about what you're talking about, just showing how good you are at games to people that don't really understand games, instead of just keeping it inside of this tiny little community of people that get the game.
Yeah, like I told these people, please, like, hop on it, and they don't, and then they go on Twitter and complain, why am I not growing, and I'm telling them, like, dude,
you're good at the game. You're better than most people at the game. Yeah.
If you want to put out Instagram videos and you want to make a video from start to finish,
it'll just show it. Yeah.
Literally 3 to 5 minutes, and then you add it to your Google Drive, download the video, and post it. That's literally how simple it is.
And you reach just a huge other viewer base of just people that don't understand it.
People see that, and they start noticing, like, you're doing that. They're like, whoa, who's this guy on, like, my explore page? Who's this guy in the hashtags? And they start noticing, and they start following you, and they start interacting with your posts. They start viewing it, and soon enough, bada bing, bada boom. It's just like it's a cycle.
Yeah, as much as it's less respected by the specific niche gaming community, like, these are the things that are causing gaming to expand. It's just like people that don't it's just like it's about getting people to understand it and really mainstream it more. And like that's what more of your content is doing. I think that people kind of just shit on it instead of actually realizing what it is. Like, it's not always for kids, it's for people that don't understand it. And it's it's like you're showing them something that is impressive to them, and you're getting it out to an audience and bringing in an audience of people maybe that didn't know about it before, And they're not going to be they're not going to notice how impressive it was that you hit a 5 on instead of a quad feed. They're just going to say, hey, this guy's good at the game. He seems like he's a pretty entertaining person, and he's putting content on the platform that I use. I think that's very interesting. Like that's how people are going to think about it. Whereas in the sniping only community, it almost feels like it's just like all the same people watching the same people. And like, yes, it's a crazy impressive video, but if you don't understand Call of Duty, then you don't get why it's an impressive video.
Yeah, it's true.
It can still be interesting, and it's still like, but you gotta reach it out to media of like people that haven't seen it before. Like, even if if a bunch of people that just played Call of Duty casually, if all the casual Call of Duty players like just saw like some montages from some of these sniping only people, like, it's crazy how good they are. And then like they would love to see that, but they're just not. It sounds stupid, but it's not marketing. They're not marketing it right, They're not marketing their skills correctly.
They're not. But yeah, so I mean, getting back into it, like, I mean, if we're gonna talk about my, how well my posts have done.
Yeah, they've done pretty well. Yeah.
Like, most of my recent posts, I would say at most, like, my 20 recent posts almost have over 2,000 viewers, and back then I used to get like probably 300 or 400, and this is only since February of 2019. This is 7 months of just,
for those who don't understand, it's pretty hard.
5 to 6 times a week.
It's pretty hard just to grow like that in this community,
literally,
with it expanding like this, and the amount of people that are ignorant towards it. It's pretty impressive to do, to be able to like quadruple your viewer base in such a short amount of time.
For real. And so I just like I started posting daily, and my videos started to get more views, like a couple thousand viewers, and then I had one post, actually, let's see, back August 10th, And I have reposted some TikToks because I thought they were funny. I never expected them to do very well, and I reposted this TikTok with giving credit. You want to give credit if you're doing this, or else they will find out. And I've never made the mistake before, but I've seen other people do it.
Yeah, they'll fight you about that shit.
I reposted.
It's true though. It's fair.
I reposted this TikTok, and it has 161,000 viewers and 10,000 likes.
Damn, that's pretty sick.
I mean, not my own post, but that's crazy to see. I mean, if we're talking one of my own posts that I put time into, I think that has the most amount of views.
But to be fair, most
I would probably say if I were to guess, I'd probably say one of them probably has like 20 or 30,000 viewers of one of my own posts, maybe even more than that.
That's really impressive. And like the thing that people don't get is that like a lot of these accounts that are kind of like yours that are blowing out, the ones that people are seeing are like these scummy accounts of people just stealing content off of these platforms of people that are good, and that's entirely what they do. And like, I find it respectable what you're doing in comparison, because you're posting your own content, and that's the difference. Is that people think it's cringy because they group it with another category.
90% of all my content is my own content that the clips that I've hit, the videos that I've made, all these are, and I've even put thumbnails on these videos. Like and I think that's what gets people attention, is they see my posts on the explore page or the hashtags and things like that, and they see like I make these thumbnails, and they don't see that on other posts. So I feel like what drags people to my posts even more than the clip itself is the thumbnails that I put in the beginning of the video. People start noticing that they see those cool thumbnails and are like, wow, this looks really nice, it's good quality, and they watch and they just get curious and interested. And I think that's another thing that drags, and I don't see anybody else making thumbnails like this either.
It's
I see I'll even talk about Chiefs. Chiefs, he's actually part of Sword Gaming.
Another content creator,
another content creator,
like
a Twitch streamer, and he actually does post on Instagram too. He actually started, I think, a little bit when I was posting. He started, I think he started a little bit before or a little bit after I did, I think. And I've noticed his page. I see sometimes, and he does very well on Instagram too. I know his posts, I think, get like 4,000 or 5,000 viewers every post, and he does very well for himself. And I see that with accounts like that, they do, like, they just take the screenshot of the actual clip they hit, and they put that in the one frame that you need for Instagram posts. If you don't know, if you want to get a thumbnail on your Instagram post, you have to put it at like one frame of the beginning of your video. It just makes it easier. And then that's just like basically your thumbnail. And I feel like I said, if I put these thumbnails in my videos where I put like the big text and I put the filters and things like that, I feel like people start to catch on to that and they get grabbed in. It's almost like, not like bait, but almost like a fish hook.
Right,
but they see that the fish hook is the thumbnails.
Yeah, that's the interesting part about this whole gaming and Instagram thing and all that, and what you're talking about right now. The interesting thing is that like how well you're learning actual marketing strategies.
Yeah,
like
it's
this is actual skills that you're developing. And it took me a while to realize that what I was doing was while I was well, I was like literally 14, 15, 16. What Wacky's doing what he did when he was 14, 15, 16 is growing a business. I never really thought about it like that, but it's business and it's marketing, and it's very odd to see now.
This, I don't get paid to post on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
This isn't a paid thing. This is that I've made a little bit of money on Instagram from doing like shout outs and things like that, which is like my business side of things. I made a decent amount of money from that. If you guys if you want to know the exact amount, I'd probably say I've almost made about $100 doing that, which is crazy. And I do Instagram. I do it because I love posting, and I love the interaction. I love the comments. I love just interacting with DMs.
Right.
DMs, I love getting DMs because I get to learn more about the people who are viewing my posts and what they're into.
Right.
And I start to catch on to that, and I start to post things that they're into.
Yeah, it's instinct. It's instinct. Yeah, it's marketing instinct. It's actual it's actual skills that you're attaining, and I think
and I've had companies send me free things before. I'm in talks with verified accounts on Instagram. I don't want to get into what accounts there, but
flexing on us. Look at him flex on us.
Yeah, literally flexing real quick. But yeah, I have a verified account I mean, I can probably tell you what they do. They basically run tournaments and all that stuff. So, and then I have one person. His name's Peter. He actually runs a company. Basically what they do is they do shows in New Jersey. Basically like it's like kind of like shows like they do DJs and stuff. They're called the Mad Minds. They've wanted to do business with me and I agreed to do that, but they're kind of waiting on some things. So
right.
and it's odd. Like I love talking to these companies. Like
yeah. You're gaining real life skills and real life
literally.
negotiations and actually running your own business
right.
on the side of having a full-time job, which is very impressive,
right.
and a lot of people
yes.
don't really recognize that.
Yes, yes, for real.
They just kind of recognize, and it is a hobby, but also most businesses start out as a hobby. That's why people don't. I just wish people took it a little bit more seriously. As much as it like. It is just in pop culture. It's very it's very oriented towards like influencers being cringy and stuff like that. But it does involve building up a brand. It does involve some entrepreneurial skills and whatnot. Like I saw an influencer that went on Shark Tank the other day, and I got to see firsthand like how well this guy took from being just an influencer in the entertainment world online and actually applying the things he learned into like actual business ventures and such. Even though he didn't get a deal. He definitely tried his best. He tried his best up there. Right. But it's cool to see just representation for this kind of area being more shown and actively shown in the media and whatnot.
Yeah, and then back to like, the whole Instagram thing.
And
I'll get into my final
tangent.
You're good. No, I'll get into my final Instagram. Thoughts and opinions. It's a great platform. There's definitely bots out there that can make your life easier, and I have used those bots before, but Instagram has been cracking down on a lot of bots. For instance, like mass follow bots, those were a thing, and I will admit,
so bots like that are basically just like Chrome extensions that will help you grow your business without really having to do anything.
There's actually an app that was out there, and I actually still have the app downloaded in case they do end up bringing it back. It's called Captivate. Basically, you can go onto someone's followers, like for instance, like Call of Duty. You can go onto their Instagram followers and you can follow them. But Instagram has really cracked down on those bots.
Right.
And their limits are getting very small, like 200 followers, 200 people you can follow like per day almost. You can break that, but Instagram will start catching on, and they'll like flag your account, which just happened to me.
It's weird, yeah. It's weird how invested people are getting into like into the actual like the specifics of individual people. Like
it's very strange.
And whatnot, making sure that they're not cracking the system or anything like that.
Yeah, very.
It's a lot. They're a lot better at that than Twitter is. I think Twitter just kind of suspends people for no reason, and that's the main problem with that. Oh my god. Like literally, I've noticed how your growth has been crazy on Instagram, and my growth has been crazy on TikTok and like on Twitch, and my growth has been crazy in everywhere except for Twitter. I've lost 2,000 followers in a year, and I'm just like I go and I have this app where I can see the people that unfollowed me, and it's literally all just suspended accounts. Like Twitter has to understand they're doing something wrong. They're just suspending fucking everybody that says fuck, that says shit. It's like it's crazy. They'll suspend you if anybody reports you for anything. Like, you get suspended. It's actually crazy, and like it's causing people to just not be able to gain followers. Like the platform is not growing. They have to understand that. It's so insane how they don't.
Literally.
But like when they're suspending in people's entire followings just because they created an account and said the F word. Like, or argue with somebody once, like I don't understand how that warrants your entire account to be suspended. They are definitely doing that wrong in that aspect, and that's what I like about Instagram and TikTok and all them other.
Instagram, they don't really ban or suspend your account for doing things like this. They will limit it. They will give you like a.
Well, yeah, but they don't just fucking take it away. You know, that's the thing. They don't just suspend you.
Yeah, that's what I like about Instagram. Is they don't do that, and it's a really great platform. You literally post pictures or post videos. That's literally it, and people will start noticing that.
And go ahead.
The thing with Twitter is that
Brendan, you've been suspended before. You can tell us more about this.
I was rightfully suspended. I said I was going to fucking murder somebody.
As a joke, it was a joke though. I don't think that's rightful.
It was a joke to one of my very good friends, Jade.
Yep.
But out of context, but like there should be context, is what I'm saying. There should be context.
His tweet blew up, and people thought I was being homophobic, but I wasn't. I was saying I was going to murder Jade, my friend. So there's that. But there's like on Twitter, it's like that you'll say like I'm going to murder you, but you don't get like locked or whatever. Like, hey, delete the tweet. No, there's none of that. You just boom, suspended, done.
And you're just gone, and you can't create more accounts as they just get suspended. And like that's what I've noticed, is that I'll gain 100 followers a day, and 90 of the accounts that followed me will get suspended. And I'm just like, what's the fucking point? Did they not create the account? Did they not choose to follow me?
Annoying.
Like, I don't understand. They're just suspending everybody, dude. They'll suspend new accounts if you don't tweet within a day. It's crazy how much they just suspend accounts. And I don't understand entirely what it's doing.
At least put like a 3-strike system in, so it's like, okay, delete the tweet. You're locked. You're locked for like a day.
Yeah, like how it's always been that standard with everything. Getting into an iPhone, it's like that should be the standard.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
But no,
there's
like,
just no tolerance.
You're suspended. You have no chance. Like, you don't, even if you don't like read the terms of service or whatever, which no one does. It's like, oh yeah, well you should. Like they just ban you. Like they don't care. It's
literally.
I was thankful that I got suspended. Like I tweeted the tweet around the time when the new TOS came out, so I was able to use that to my advantage to get unsuspended.
Right.
But yeah, it's so annoying.
It's pretty annoying. But yeah, basically, final thoughts on Instagram. Please, if you are any part of social media, any part of a Twitch streamer, your content creator, anything like that, please make one and be active on it, because it will help. And people will start noticing your growth, and people start noticing who you are and things like that. And I'll get into my last statistic, and I'm very proud to say this, but in 7 months, I went from 1,600 followers to over 13,000 followers.
13,000 trillion followers. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Like, Drama Alert Nation, now over 10 million subscribers.
Literally, that's over 11,000 followers in 7 months. That's
very impressive. That's very impressive. Yes,
yeah,
I have to acknowledge that. It's very good.
It's a lot, and like I said, please get into it. It's very fun. You
just
meet a lot of
just
cool
get
people.
get into the gaming scene. Just
literally, I've met like some.
It's pretty epic here.
Yeah, I've met a lot of cool people on it. But yeah. So
absolutely.
It's very nice. Yeah, get into it. Instagram's fun. Please.
Like. It's very cool. I want more people to kind of recognize this and like flood into this. And I've noticed that a lot more people are respecting it more, but I don't see I don't see as many as when Fortnite was at its peak.
Right.
I don't see as many people flooding in, But anyways, enough ranting. We're kind of just going off towards the end there. But I believe that should wrap it up. No, we've been going well. That was a lot harder, or a lot easier than I expected it would be. We've been going for an hour and a half. I thought we'd have trouble making even 45 minutes. I think that went pretty well as a return. We're gonna do a few ads and then end it off. So we'll catch you in a second. All right, gamers, have you ever been thirsty and all you had was water, but you wanted something? You wanted something specific. You had an urge specifically for something that would taste absolutely delicious and would give you the energy boost you needed for the day that wasn't too much. It was just enough. Well, if you're looking for exactly that, and I mean exactly that, you can head over to Tires Plus Auto Company and you can get... that was supposed to be a joke. You guys are supposed to laugh.
Lol.
Okay. All right, no, it's fine. I'm not funny. It's cool. My girlfriend's laughing. She's over there. She thinks it's funny. Come on. All right.
He told me not to say anything.
Yeah, he told me not to say anything.
Okay, I was gonna leave this out of the main podcast. This is pretty funny. Come on.
When you said it, I was like laughing in my head. I was like giggling to myself.
All right. Really though. Back to the. Okay, if you gamers would like something that genuinely does taste good and genuinely does give you some energy, aside from all the jokes, be sure to head over to gfuel.com and use code DAYS at checkout. It will do me a great pleasure. It will help me out a lot, really, if you guys are thinking of just looking for something for working out or just focusing in general at work or in school. G Fuel is your energy supplement that I would recommend. It's just a powder. You just add it to some water real quick. It's fairly simple. You just add it, pour it in there. You can take a water bottle and just add that powder in that bitch, shake it up, and it's all yours. It's easy. So why not try it? So yeah, you guys can head over to gfuel.com and pick up a tub a pack of 3. You could try it. You could try a bunch, and just as long as you use code DAYS at checkout, it'll get you a 10% off discount of literally anything that you could possibly want. That's code DAYS, DAYS, for a 10% discount on all of your G Fuel Energy purchases. Be sure to head over to gfuel.com and help support the podcast. Thank you very much, guys, and we are back to your regular scheduled goodbye. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that horrific ad. I'm going to put the little funny part in the main podcast as well. I'm just a dipshit, and I think that I'm funny when I'm not. But anyways, guys, this has been the return of the Updog podcast, featuring my boy, Jack, and my boy, Brendan.
Good.
Be sure to say goodbye to the fellas. Say goodbye to the fans, the viewers,
Sayonara.
the boys.
See you later. See you guys whenever we're back on. I hope you guys enjoy the future podcasts and all that. So epic gamers.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, it's pretty epic. All right, guys. So I hope you did enjoy. It has been your boys, with an amazingly scuffed podcast, and we're out. See ya.
See you later.